Hey guys, what's going on? Church Game 6 here, and I'm bringing you my post game, one of the last post games of the year. We have 7 games to go after tonight. Now we're at 6, 3 out on the road and 3 at home. So what's going on, guys? I haven't been here for a while. I really can't explain why. It's just spring break, and I've kind of been lazy. But as you can see, I kind of got my room back together with all the Panthers stuff. You see the towels back there. I have a lot of pots. I've been kind of reorganizing my room lately. You see a few posters. You actually don't see a few posters I have around my room. But let's get right into it. The Panthers are playing the Leafs, and I didn't even watch the first half of the game because the Leafs have been struggling. They needed a win. You saw how we played against Boston. I think you knew what the outcome was going to be. So let's get right into it. So, just 2 minutes into the game, Patrick Marleau gets on the board from Nazem Kadri and Kasperi Kapanen. The game is 1-0. The Panthers don't show up. And then we get to Jake Muzzin getting his 9th of the season. He's been a little cold since for the last few games for the Leafs, especially since he joined. Hometown boy. And Montembeault gets pulled already 4 minutes into the game. So who are we going to start going into tomorrow night against Montreal? I do not know. So let's keep it going. And then John Tavares, the guy I absolutely hate, who ruined the Panthers in the playoffs. I still can't stand it. Gets his goal at his 42nd of the season, and the Leafs are up 3-0 at this point. And then we get a little later, Jace Howrluck gets a goal. This one on even strength from Mike Hoffman and Aaron Ekblad. Good job by Howrluck getting on the board. Panthers are up. Maybe they can get something going. And right after that, it seemed 2 minutes later, John Tavares gets another goal. His 43rd of the year, his 2nd of the night, and he would not be done. And this is just getting pretty ugly. But then Mike Matheson finally does something good from Vincent Trocheck and Jace Howrluck getting another point in the game. And Howrluck had a great game, actually. If anybody played great, it's him on the Panthers because the team was pretty atrocious tonight, even with the final score being what it was. And then later in the second period, the only goal of the second period, coming about 6 minutes into it, is John Tavares once again getting his hat-trick goal, his 43rd of the year, his second hat-trick against the Florida Panthers in the last 2 years. Remember, he had one last year, or maybe actually that was 2 years ago, coming to think about it, against the Panthers in BB&T. I remember right when the goal was scored, I was leaving. It was like a minute left. Tavares got an empty net. I was done. I was ready to leave. I was in like the 10th row, and I had a rat, and I actually threw it, and it hit Under's Lee, and he kind of turned around going, what was going on? And yeah, it was pretty funny. So John Tavares gets on the board, and actually, I believe, was that his second goal? Wow, he had 4. John Tavares had 4 goals tonight. I believe that's the first 4-goal performance for a Leaf since Austin Matthews' opening night when he had 4 goals against the Ottawa Senators in his rookie season. Oh, wow. So Tavares had 4, and that makes it 6-2 for the Leafs. And then Jonathan Huberdeau gets on the board from Alexander Barkov and Evgeny Dadonov. So Barkov now at 88 points. He's really catching up to Burry's record of 94. Can he hit it? We don't know. Huberdeau from Barkov and Dadonov, and then Zach Hyman, about a minute later, gets the goal from Morgan Riley and Mitch Marner. And then Jonathan Huberdeau once again on the power play this time. Panthers getting another power play goal from Dadonov and Hoffman. And then to finish it off, to make it 7-5, actually a close game, it is Jace Howrluck again from Dennis Morgan and Ian McCoshen. His, first assist of the season. So then look at it from the stats here. So John Tavares had 4 goals, 0 assists for 4 points. I don't think, did Austin Matthews have anything? Nylander had 2 assists. Okay, Matthews did have an assist. And then we keep on looking here. And Trocheck had an assist. Barkov had an assist. It seemed like a lot of Panthers had points tonight. Keith Yano, no points. It was actually +1. Borgstrom really didn't play that much. Vetrano didn't play that much. And, so Michael Matheson and Josh Brown did not play well in this game. The Panthers go down 7-5, which the score did not really reflect how the team played, because they really outright just sucked. I mean, they showed up like they did against Boston. They showed up like okay, I'm going to give you a little analogy here. Dragging out this post-game right now to 4.5 minutes. Jeez. So, when the Leafs play, they show up against the big teams, like, let's say the Lightning or the Bruins or all those guys. They show up hard against them. But when they show up against teams like Ottawa, LA, sometimes us, they play like they're the best team in the world and they're playing a minor league team, which was kind of the case tonight, which is what it looked like. But they just don't show up. The Panthers have been playing just like that not show up mentality the last 2 games in a row, specifically tonight in the Boston Bruins. I mean, I was at that Bruins game. I have never left a Panther game after the second period I did that on Saturday night against the Bruins. It was that bad and horrible. So the Panthers go down again, and I cannot imagine how bad it could be going into Montreal tomorrow night, where Luongo already played. He was supposed to play tomorrow night, and he played basically the entire game tonight. I don't know how the Panthers are going to go tomorrow night. They're facing a Montreal team who is desperate right now. They are holding a wild card spot, barely, going against the Columbus Blue Jackets there, and I don't know what they're going to do. So, and I will be live tweeting the game on the Rat Trick account tomorrow night, so make sure to check that out on Twitter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but before we go, I do have a little announcement that I want to share with you guys. So for next season, what's going to be going on in this channel, I am not doing my stuff in my room anymore. You guys will notice that coming up. But what we're going to be doing is so my family, we cleared out the garage this weekend and put in a few fans, a table, and a chair. And I'm ordering a bunch of stuff off Amazon. We're going to be building a whole TV studio in the garage with green screen and everything. It's going to be awesome. I'm thinking maybe I put the Panthers Arena as a background. Maybe I'll have this as a background, the studio with a better camera, better quality. And but we don't know what we're going to do. So we have a whole season to think about it. I think I may end the season like this, like in this format, like with you guys just talking in my room on my computer. Or maybe the last few home games of the season, we go with that other kind of display with the green screen because it may be coming in soon. But what I'm going to be doing is, I'm not really sure yet. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to be broadcasting, maybe broadcasting play-to-play, I have a podcast, JTP Radio. I may be converting that to an all-NHL podcast. I may do some pre- and post-games with the NHL playoffs, maybe do some night summaries of all the games that are going on, and maybe even especially during the Stanley Cup Final, because there's only one game going on in the entire NHL, maybe doing some baseball stuff. We don't know. This could be a multiple sports channel, but I will tell you right now, maybe not the podcast, maybe the podcast turns. By the way, the podcast going back on Tuesday. I was on spring break, a little lazy. The podcast could be turning into an NHL podcast. This channel will always come back to the Florida Panthers, I promise you, as we approach 7.5 minutes on this video. This channel will always come back to the Florida Panthers, and I gotta tell you guys, what this channel, the direction we're gonna be taking next year, what I think we can do, viewers, comments, likes, if we can really branch out, I think it's going to just be great on the run for this channel. Down the line. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you try to enjoy the game against the Leafs tonight. And maybe this is one of the last times I will be speaking to you in my actual room for a broadcast. I plan on getting post games tomorrow night, the rest of the week, and the rest of the season for the Panthers, and doing some stuff in the playoffs. And trust me, if the Lightning make it down, I will be going to Tampa for a game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this, and I will see you guys tomorrow night after the game against the Montreal Canadiens.